Purge, get out of town. Ike Barinholtz just freaking nuked your entire thing. Nuked the Purge movies. Purge movies? Who? Come again? Man, Ike Barinholtz, man. I mean, only other thing I'd really seen him in was Blockers before this, and Blockers was a very unexpectedly, funny, poignant kind of movie with a really good message for, for the culture today. And so I went into The Oath really wanting to see it. I was very much anticipating. I did not catch it in theaters, but just came on Redbox. I went and I rented it, and man, it was worth the wait. It was so worth the wait. This movie. Okay, so I'm gonna have a non-spoiler section, then I'm just gonna go full crazy spoiler town. All right, but for the non-spoiler section, it's gonna be a little bit shorter than the spoiler section. The non-spoiler section is basically this. The movie follows Ike Barinholtz and Tiffany Haddish. They are a couple, and their family is gonna come over for Thanksgiving. And there is this thing going on in the news within the fiction of this universe, within this film. There is this oath that you have to sign, where you don't have to sign it, but you kind of have to sign it, right? Basically, it pledges loyalty to the president and to the country. And Ike Barinholtz and Tiffany Haddish are against it. And then the family is totally for it. And drama happens because of it. I can't tell you exactly what happens. I can't tell you what kind of drama, because that would be a spoiler. Because this movie did a really good job of hiding what it's eventually going to become. In the trailers, in the synopsis, and everything. It did a very good job of not telling you where this was all going to go, so I'm not going to tell you where it's all going to go. Rest assured it goes somewhere, but that's all I'm going to say. This movie is so important for the time right now. It really is a statement. It is a movie very much informed by the politics of 2018, and so for that reason, I don't know how well it'll age, but I still suspect it'll age pretty well, because the stuff that they're talking about in this movie, I don't feel like this stuff's gonna go away. Once Trump's out of office, I doubt the stuff this movie discusses is gonna stop being relevant. Not the way things are going. But not to get too political, I think this movie will have a shelf life. I don't think it's going to be dated or anything. But even if it is dated, I think this is a perfect time capsule of where the country is politically right now. It says more about politics than the Purge movies do. There's a reason I'm comparing this to the Purge movies. I can't get into why I'm comparing it to the Purge movies. But, rest assured, there's a reason for it. And this really is like the intellectuals' purge. I hate to use that word, but you know what I mean. It's the intellectuals' purge. Though it's not exactly the purge. You'll see what I mean. And with that, I think I have to get into spoiler talk. Now that I've sort of sold you on it a little bit, hopefully. I'm going to talk about spoilers starting in 3, 2, 1. You've been warned. So, this movie becomes a crazy, insane hostage flick. So, I suspected, because they really set it up sort of throughout the opening 30 minutes. They really sort of set up that the government or whoever is silencing people who will not sign the oath. So, sort of in the back of my mind, I was like, they're going to come for him, right? But I didn't know. I didn't know what genre this movie was. All I knew was that it was a dark comedy and a political satire. That's all I knew. I had no idea what this was going to turn into. Rest assured it exceeded my expectations on that front. Yeah, so these two guys come in to Ike Barinholtz and Tiffany Haddish's house, and they have a gun, and they basically are like, "You're coming with us?" Ike Barinholtz is like, "No," and then stuff goes down. A lot of violence goes down, and basically Ike Barinholtz ends up knocking out and tying up both of the officers that come to talk to him, and it is so tense. Like, basically the rest of the movie after this point is them essentially in one room. I mean, if you know me too, you know that I'm a huge sucker for movies set in virtually one space. And this movie really is. It's set in really 3 spaces the whole movie. I don't think it ever really gets out of it. It's this one little living room area, the dinner table, and the kitchen is really the 3 locations this movie takes place in. But for the most part, it is in this living room. I would say the first half of the movie, it's in the kitchen, rather in the dining table. Second half of the movie, it is in the living room. So really, it's a 2-location film when you really get down to it. Really like a 1-location film. It's very contained, is what I'm saying. It's very dialogue driven, and basically the drama becomes, you know, what do we do, right? We're between a rock and a hard place. This is a very crazy situation where there really is no right answer. Nobody's in the right. What the heck do you do? Basically, is basically what it comes down to. And even though this is the spoiler section, I don't want to spoil what happens. I honestly don't, because I feel like there will be some of you watching this spoiler section who've not seen the movie, and I already, you know, I mean, that's just the nature of the beast. I genuinely just don't want to spoil how this movie resolves or what happens, but rest assured, this movie, the ending satisfied me. The ending was good. I like the ending a lot. It has a message that we need to hear right now. Ike Barinholtz is fantastic. He really is a star to watch out for. Like, now in the writer-director field, you know, he was a star to watch out for in the acting field. Anyway, he was the best character in Blockers. But now he's over here really showing us that he can write and he can direct. And I am so excited to see what the next Ike Barinholtz feature is. I mean, that's crazy to think, right? Little did I know that Ike Barinholtz was gonna be a really interesting figure emerging out of 2018. This dude who was in Blockers, you know, the crazy sex comedy that happens to be really good. You know what I mean? It happens to be really good. So that's the first surprise. Then he comes out here with this. Ike Barinholtz is without a doubt a talent to watch. Or rather watch out for. I guess a few other assorted notes about this movie. The conservative people, his brother and girlfriend are so unlikable. Top 10 most unlikable characters of 2018. They have the energy that I don't know if you guys maybe you guys haven't seen Ingrid Goes West, which was my second favorite film of 2017, but they have Wyatt Russell from that film's energy. God, can these two people and the brother? It's actually Ike Barinholtz's actual brother, which is kind of crazy too. So they really worked great together. These characters are so unlikable. But you do feel bad for them eventually. I mean, they're stuck in this crappy situation with the rest of them. You really kind of you gotta put aside your political differences, and you gotta think, all right, I feel bad for you guys. you guys are stuck here in this bad situation too, and they really are. And yeah, like I said, it just has a great message for right now. It is written very well. It is acted very well, directed well. Man, just little did I know that Ike Barinholtz was gonna be such an interesting figure. I cannot wait. I mean, I legitimately cannot wait to see what this man does in 2019. All right, that was the oath.